Hey guys, it's Ashley here, and I just wanted to come on because it's been a while. I haven't really updated or been active on my pages. I actually took probably about a 3 weeks um, kind of like sabbatical from Facebook, from even my phone in general. Actually, um, went through some intense deliverance and healing, and so I had to do some withdrawing. Did some intense fasting. Um, the last time I updated, I think we were doing a evangelizing a music festival, and we had went and done that and come back, and I was exhausted from that. And since then, I moved. So we had been planning a move. I think we had mentioned that in the videos. We were planning on moving. But we moved September 1st, so we moved to Madison, Indiana, and which is about an hour and 20 minutes away from where we were. So we moved September 1st, and before that, we were commuting. I was commuting to work and taking Gwen to school, which was a really intense time trying to drive that every day. That was about mid-August, I believe. So we were commuting for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then we finally settled in, and September 1st we moved. And then, we have been dealing with deliverance and things like that. If you've watched my channel, then you know that I came out of, passive paganism and witchcraft and things like that. And so it's been since I got saved last October that we've been kind of dealing with closing those doors and getting that stuff out. Of course, we did a huge purge initially, got rid of everything, but spiritually and energetically, the Lord, has walked us through that. Really, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit have walked us through, what it's taken to get rid of all that stuff. So, it starts with a purge. And a choice, and then, the consequences and the repercussions of opening those doors, can take some time, and it depends, I guess, on how deep you were in, what you were involved in, and things like that. And so, for me, having been involved in some pretty deep things, it's taken a long time for me to fully, receive that deliverance, but, I am happy to say that I do believe and feel that after a long battle, about a year, that I think God has finally closed those doorways, and I feel more complete and more whole, and I feel fortified, and I feel that God has restored, renewed, and created new armor, new protection, and really just closed all of those doorways that were opened, and he just, I've got to walk so closely with the Lord through this. Really, I've needed his, guidance, his hand, his protection, and he's been so, so, so good to me. Especially, after what I did, choosing witchcraft, choosing paganism, and, I was deceived, of course, in all of that, but nonetheless, it doesn't change the fact that, I was idolizing other gods and other things like that, and I really just don't deserve what he's done for me, but it's a powerful testament to his power, and his love, and his mercy, and his grace, what he's done for me. It's very, what I've seen and what I've seen him doing is incredible. And it's just so unbelievable. Most people wouldn't even be able to fathom, I don't think, the true nature of everything that, I've experienced, and everything that has gone on in this deliverance and in, this walk with Christ. But I'm more than happy to discuss that if anyone, wants to talk about those things, or if you've experienced that, or if you've had God closing doors, or you want guidance, or you want just fellowship, or someone to share in that with, I'm happy to do that. It's not details that I think are easily explained or easily shared with other people. But if you've gone through that and you're, feeling alone and you want to reach out about that stuff, I'm happy to talk about that with you. Again, my purpose for making this video is just to share what's been going on with me, because I did have to take a long break. So the deliverance, if you know the verse, I don't know exactly which one it is. Let me see if I can look it up. It talks about when a demon's cast out, it goes through dry places, and hang on one second. Because it goes through, hang on, let me just read it. Where is it? Okay, this one says, Then goeth he and taketh himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. So, and the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it also be unto this wicked generation. So, what my deliverance has felt like is it's felt like, it also says, hang on, it says, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. It also says, then he returns to the house that's been swept clean, and hang on, here it is. When an impure spirit comes out of a person, it goes through arid places seeking rest and does not find it. Then it says, I will return to the house I left. When it arrives, it finds the house unoccupied, swept clean, and put in order. Then it goes and takes with it 7 other spirits more wicked than itself, and they go in and live there. And the final condition of that person is worse than the first. That is how it will be with this wicked generation. That is exactly what my deliverance has been like. So, like, it seems like once we would hit a wall, or once we would, get something cleaned out, it would be really nice, for a minute, and then something else would come back, something bigger, or that whatever it was something would try to come back, or something new would come in, or that whatever we were working towards would just rear up, and it would just get more intense, and just very difficult, right? So it's not been an easy battle closing those doorways, and in the last couple of weeks, the last 2 weeks, I feel like I have just literally, God's been fighting for me. It got to a point where I felt like God was closing doors and helping me to resolve lost pieces of myself. And I've been fighting this battle alongside with God the last year. And then finally, I feel like the Lord literally rebuilt me and repurposed me, refashioned me to protect me, basically giving me new armor, new covering, and things like that, and finally cleared things out enough to close these doorways. And so that's kind of where we've been at. And then in the last 2 weeks, once I feel like we reached this pinnacle moment of okay, a victory moment. And in that, I just kind of buckled. I've just been fighting and fighting and fighting this whole past year. And I got so weak in this last battle that I buckled. I just completely buckled. And I've just literally clung to the Lord. And He's literally fought these battles for me. And so I'm just so grateful that I've been able to do that. For one, that He's been able to close those doors, and that we have this final victory, finally, after I think it was October 24th was the day that I actually received the Holy Spirit last year. So that's less than 10 days from now, so it's almost exactly a year since being saved, and that we've received this full total deliverance, a clean bill of health kind of thing, in the sanctification process. So It's been really wonderful. But I will say this, I feel much better and I look much better. About 2-3 weeks ago, like the last probably week to 2 weeks of, honestly, it was more than that. It's probably about a month, almost from mid-September until probably, I think it was a week ago yesterday. There was I had to do so much fasting to keep, just to like get those doors closed as God worked on me and like repurposed me and tied up the loose ends of, this walk, this deliverance. So yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. It was really bad. I lost like probably 20 to 25 pounds in that fasting. It was really, really bad. Like I really thought I was dying. But, and I don't recommend just doing a fast like that. Like I did not do that for me or by my own, choice or accord. That was not my intention that was just purely in the instruction of, the Lord in my specific situation for that specific purpose. And it was like the only way to, properly close down those doorways and stuff. I was dealing with a lot of like very nasty spirits and stuff like that. We'll just say that. Again, those details aren't really something that I'm going to just like share with everyone, but if you feel called to or you want to discuss that with someone or you're going through something similar, please don't feel alone in that, and I'm happy to discuss and share that with you guys. So, I just wanted to update because everything in my life got put on pause to finish up this deliverance and to do, for God to do the mighty work that He was doing. So, my ministry, I had to pause on the ministry. I had to, I lost a lot. Like I lost a lot of time, energy, money, different things like that, that the enemy took from me because of these attacks. But everything, like my school, my college work, I literally got just now starting to pick back up on this semester. I'm probably like 3 or 4 weeks behind in school, and that's never happened. I've always been on the dean's and the chancellor's list. So lots and lots of things have been put on hold, but God is so good. Every single thing that has been taken or interrupted has been fully restored. I just can't explain His power, His love, His mercy, His grace, His blessing, His strength. His strength is like no other. I was so weak. I mean, so entirely weak that I was like literally frail and was like walking with a cane for a couple days. Like literally it was that bad. It was like I had to be completely broken and emptied entirely. And then, Him restore me entirely and refill me and just give. Now, I feel like everything was taken away, and now I feel like everything has been given to me. Every single thing that I could desire. He's been so, so, so good, and I feel so undeserving, but I just want to glorify Him in what He's done for me. Everything, He's like refashioned every single thing in my life, down to the tiniest little details, like every single thing. He's been so good to me, so good to me. But, yeah, so if you don't know, He blessed me with a job working at a church in Madison. So I'm now the children's youth and, the director of children's and youth ministries at Trinity United Methodist Church. And I am also the custodian here. So I get to work here full time, and it's just such a blessing, such a huge, huge blessing to be able to work and serve in the house of the Lord every single day, to get up and come to the church. Like there's nothing more exciting to me than that. So I am just so blessed and so grateful for that. And And I just wanted to let you guys know that I am okay. I'm sorry I had to take a break and a hiatus, but that's what was necessary to further strengthen me and my armor and my ministry to get back out there and to help spread the word and share and just love on people like we've been doing. So I'm sorry for taking a hiatus. I'm sorry that I haven't got to update you. I'm sorry that I started a podcast and that I haven't got to make any more of them. Everything's just really crazy right now, and I'm behind in school, everything. I'm playing catch up, but I'm grateful to be alive, because a few weeks ago I wasn't really sure if I was going to make it through that time of closing those doors, that big fight. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it through that, but God encouraged me through it. God carried me through it, and He is so good, and He can deliver you, and He can save you and rescue you. He can do anything. One of the verses that got me through this most difficult time, it's right here. I still have it written up here. It says, "For with God no thing shall be impossible." This is one of the verses that kept me going through the end of that deliverance. Like, it was one of the only things that kept me going, was clinging to that verse. So that is Luke 2:37. For with God no thing shall be impossible. So that's it. That's my update. I love you guys, and I am so glad to be back. I'm praying for you. I just checked comments. If you need prayer, message me, email me. I'm happy to pray with you. I'm happy to pray for you. That's what we're here for. I love you guys.